I just want to take you to a live and developing story very quickly. We understand that a tragedy has occurred in Alex, north of Johannesburg, a shack fire. There have been victims. On the scene for ENCA now is reporter Linda Kutlekulu. Linda, good afternoon to you. I'm hoping that you are with us. If you are, just give us the background to the story very quickly. What happened and what are you seeing?
Well, Jeremy, what we understand is that there are 4 children that have died between the age of 2 and 7, and those children were locked in one of the houses here in Alexandra, left by their mothers who were allegedly at a local ship-in, and we understand that the police have apprehended them and have taken into custody. Jeremy, allow me to speak to Mr. Klaba from Social Development, who will just take us through the details that they have been able to gather in terms of this case. But Mr. Klaba, quickly, if you can just give us an understanding of what had actually happened here.
The understanding is that the children were locked in the house by their mothers, who appeared to have been out on Shabil. It appears as though there was electrical problem with the fire in the house, and the house caught fire and the children were trapped inside, so they couldn't get out. Now as government, our primary concern now is to look in particular for the interest of the 14-year-old surviving, whose interest we're looking at to make sure that she is looked after and got a debriefing, as well as the grandparents and other relatives who were here, who witnessed the incident. A number of them had to remove children who were rushed to a hospital in a very bad state when they were burned. Others had to remove the child remains of the one child. That would have been extremely traumatic. As government, we're interested in making sure that we could assist with the debriefing and counseling. Further that, we're bringing in disaster interventions just to make sure that the house, as those who of the bereaved families gather here, would have a place to stay. Have equipment such as basic mattresses, things to cook with, and those sorts of equipment from a Gauteng provincial government point of view. As government, we are saddened and shocked by this incident. It's extremely tragic. Sitting as we do as a department, as custodian of children, we are really disturbed by this incident.
All right, Mr. Klaba, we'll just leave it there for now. But Jeremy, I can confirm to you that in fact disaster management cars, vehicles had just arrived here in this area, and they are going to try and manage the situation in terms of what exactly has happened and try to make sure that those who are, have witnessed this get the proper help that they need. But I'll just try to speak to an eyewitness who was here, and just to get an understanding, because she's also said that she was, helping the children that were inside the house. Sisi, just take me through what happened. How did you see that the fire started, and what happened after that?
But sivuke ngo-5 sivuswa umntwana usavayivile lo ona 14 years uye okwazile ukuthi aphuma amemeze, and then sithi siyabomakhelwane saphuma ke siyancedisa sakhipha abantwana ngaphandle because ngende up sengihamba nabo nasesibhedlela ngiyoba ngincedisa esibhedlela la bahambele khona.
All right, Jeremy, what she is saying is that, Pralak, if you would walk with me, she's saying that they first got a distress call from one of the survivors, who is the 14-year-old girl who shouted and said that they need to understand they need to help the children that were inside. But we understand that 4 fatalities have actually taken place, and right now I am walking towards the house just to show you exactly what the condition it looks like. But it's fairly close and it's a fairly congested area, and the houses are together. So you would say that it is a fortunate thing that the other houses haven't been affected by this. But what we understand also is that the police are investigating as to what the cause of the fire is. But the parents of the children that had burnt have been taken by police into custody, because they say that they will be facing charges of negligence. But that is the house, Jeremy, that their children were inside, and we are unable to go inside and show you exactly exactly what has been, what the condition of this house is, because it is dark inside. But we can tell you that from what we are seeing, we have been able to go inside and see for ourselves, and it's a fairly small two-room house, that those children found themselves in. And that's exactly the situation that happened, that we understand that this particular door was locked at the time and the children couldn't go outside. The 14-year-old who survived, we understand, was on this other room, and that's why she was able to survive this.
All right, we will return live to that story a little later. Linda, thank you very much indeed. Sandy.